Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Monday of week 5. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had an awesome weekend as well and ready to jump back into learning today. So today for English, we're going to be looking at clauses. So different parts of a clause. There is a clause video that I've attached to the email that I'd like you to watch. It's going to talk about the subject, which is the noun, also about the verbs, and also about relating verbs. And noun groups. So I want you to watch that video and refresh your memory about those different parts of a clause. And then when you do your daily writing today on Pobble, I want you to go back through with different colored pencils and either underline or circle or put a square around the different parts. So different parts of the clauses need to have a different color. Today, what I want you to do is go back and have a look for your noun groups. So they're the groups of words that describe the noun. Also, if you have any relating verbs, so perhaps maybe before you start your writing, you think about, okay, how am I going to use these relating verbs in my writing today to give more meaning for the reader? And also, I'd like for you to go back and have a look at your verbs. Okay, so remember, verbs are action or doing word, thinking words. Don't forget to also do your daily reading and also your magic words on Literacy Planet. All right, Year 2 Maths. Today we're going to be looking at numbers that are beyond 100. So we're going to be looking at a maths mat. We looked at the maths mat a couple of weeks ago, finding the numbers, so identifying and locating the numbers, and then also using that to help with addition and subtraction problems. Today we're going to be making a new one, but looking at numbers up to 140. So you're going to attached a picture in the numbers beyond 100 sheet. So open that up, it'll give you instructions on how to make your maths mat and then what to do. So you're just going to be locating the numbers on that maths mat at this stage. Keep your maths mat because we'll be able to use that other days. All right. And then we have a hundreds board PowerPoint. I want you to go into slideshow, which is along the very top, and have it play from the beginning. And then using your cross arrow, find the hundreds board that is between 100 and 200. In that display of the slideshow, you can actually use your mouse or your pad or however you use your cursor. You can click on different numbers and it will change color. And it'll show you different patterns when you look at different sequencing or skip counting patterns. So today what I want you to do, once you've got that up, I've got 2 things here that I want you to do. So start at 142 and skip count in 2s all the way up to the end. Okay, I want you to have a look at that pattern. And then the next one, I want you to start at 112 and skip count by 10s up until the end. Answer these questions. What did you notice about these patterns? And what other patterns can you make with skip counting? So you can start at any number, you can go forwards or backwards, and you can skip count by 3s, 4s, 5s. And I want you to have a look at the different patterns and maybe write a little bit about what you notice about the different patterns. Okay, Year 3. Today we're going to be looking at odd and even numbers. So you're going to be needing to initially start by drawing some 10 frames. So we've used these in the class. You're going to draw them into rectangles and have 10 squares. So there's 5 along the top, 5 along the bottom. I've got some examples here to remind you of what a 10s frame looks like. You might need to do more than 2, hint, hint, to be able to draw and tell me whether these numbers are odd or even. So once you've drawn your 10 frame, I want you to look at these numbers: 14, 19, 35, 28, 15, 24, and 21. You can use counters or anything that you have around the house. Cotton balls would be amazing for this one, and be able to put them in the 10s frame to be able to see if it is an odd or an even number. How do we know that they're odd or even using the 10s frame? I want you to think about that. Once you've finished that, there is a sheet that I've attached to the email. It's called Odd and Even Counting Sequence. So it's got the hundreds board highlighted numbers, and I want you to place them on the number line. You'll see that that's already been started for you. And then what you need to be doing is then, if it's an odd number, you need to be putting a triangle around it. And if it's an even number, I want you to put a square around it. The example that I've got there is use different colors. You can do that as well. Okay, and lastly, I've also sent out in a separate email the Maths Fiesta for the week. So there's different activities there. With the card game, I would love to see if you can adapt that game to make it harder or easier, and maybe share your ideas with me and then I can share it with the class so they can have a bit more fun, something a little bit different. All right, as always, if you need anything from me today, just shoot me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I want you all to have an amazing day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.